as everybody starts to make their way in for our seminar, which is going to be...
Hello there, everyone. Welcome along. You're sitting comfortably. You are in for such a special treat today because we are here for one man. Yeah, the icon, the sports icon, the film icon, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If my life was a movie, no one would believe it. People ask me all the time, what is the secret to success? Have a vision.
Can you imagine the feeling I have 6 times Mr. Olympia?
Work your ass off. Ignore the naysayers. I'm the one that won all the titles, so I don't have to defend myself. Think big. I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to have a Boston title billing.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you. Hear the lamentation of the winner. I'll be back.
I was one of the biggest action stars of all time. Come with me if you want to live.
Stick around.
Swords are cool, but I have bigger dreams.
Good morning.
I'm going to run for governor. I will look to the future and I will look to the dreams of the people. Give back and change the world. Trust me.
Is this the kind of reception you get everywhere you go?
Well, not only the respect, but the enthusiasm. I mean, look at this crowd. You look outside there and you see a mass of people, right? I do it differently. I see everyone individually. Like I see this guy in front, sit there all pumped up. Look at this, he's flexing his pectoral muscles now. Oh, he's so proud. Your mother would be very proud of you, trust me. Mothers love when their sons have pectoral muscles, by the way. But anyway, look at over this one. He's flexing his biceps. See, I see everything. I see way back there, there's a guy flexing his abs. There's one guy there, you see him back there, he's ripping off his shirt. He's doing the most muscular pose, how cute. I see this is what's going on. So I mean, of course, I love that because those people are here to get motivated. But it's important for them to know that you motivate me. You see, when I walk out of here, I will be all charged up to see this great enthusiasm. And this is what this is all about. You see, this is a community. This is the bodybuilding community, and we are pumping each other up, right, guys? We're pumping each other up. That's what we're doing. And I tell you, I love being here in England. As I said many times, my career started in England when I won Mr. Universe in 1967 in London. And I became the youngest Mr. Universe ever with the age of 20. I was this farm boy, they called me the farm boy from Austria. Wow, there's this big, pumped up bloke. And they said how many stones I weigh. I had no idea what they were talking about. Stones. I did not know this is 14 kilo, right? 14 pounds or something like that. 14 something. But in any case, so I was talking about stones now. So anyway, I won Mr. Universe. I won it 5 times. And then of course 7 Mr. Olympias and all that. We didn't want to get into all that. It gets boring. But altogether 13 World Bodybuilding Championships. But England was really the springboard for me. And not only in bodybuilding, but also in movies. Whenever I came out with a movie here in England, it went through the roof. It was successful because the fans in England were always enthusiastic and I always had a lot of great fans. So this is why it's natural for me to always want to come back to England and visit England, and now to have a bodybuilding show here, you know, the Arnold Classic. And this is not like we're not going to do this every 2 years. We're going to be back next year. I'll be back.
I'd like to. We hear that.
It's not funny, I'm telling you.
Thing is, I tell you what, some of the stunts you've done are definitely dangerous. I mean, what is the worst injury you sustained on set doing all these incredible stunts?
Well, there's a lot of stunts that you let stunt people do, especially if it's a stunt that...
Can you get a stunt double that even is the same size as you? I'm sure there aren't many of them.
Well, now, yes, it's easy. Because now I'm not that big anymore. But it's a very good question, because I tell you, when I did Conan the Barbarian, I was like, the body was exposed almost at all times. So they couldn't find a stunt guy that had muscles, or a muscle guy that could do stunts. So I ended up with like 90%, 95% of it doing myself. Yeah, there was one scene, no, it was two scenes actually, that a stunt person did. And the rest of it I did myself, and that never happened again, because then later on in the 80s, the stunt people started really becoming more and more muscular, and they started training, and then it was easier to find stunt people that were doubling me. Okay. I said, okay. All right, let's do it again. Action, Arnold. I'm gonna go and kill you with this knife. So cut. This is, it's kill you with the knife. I said, you said I shouldn't say the K. So this is how it goes, right? I mean, it's like total chaos. And so this is the kind of stuff that I went through in the beginning. It's a tumor. In the movie I said tumor with a D. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all. And so the kids laughed. And then the director said, I'm gonna keep that in because it makes everyone laugh. Makes the kids laugh, so maybe the people laugh too, and they did. So it's just the way I pronounce things sometimes. It's what makes it then kind of like a usable line, and how people then use it. Now I ride around with the bicycle in Santa Monica when I go to the gym and they work out, and the people scream from across the street, get to the chopper, or someone says, hasta la vista, baby, I'll be back. So I hear all these movie lines as I'm riding around with the bike. So I never ever thought that it would happen. So, you never know. But I'm happy that this lines became that famous, and the movies became that famous, and those movies were really very, very successful movies.
They were, and one of the films.
And so I'm not going to complain about the only thing that I can't do, which is run for president. I'm not going to complain about that. I was happy with the governorship, and but I tell you, as soon as I said, even to my wife, that I want to run for governor, she said, don't be crazy. This will never work. And my friends immediately said, no, they're going to eat your life. You know how the politicians are. They're going to eat your life, and they're going to paint you as this horrible person that says you shouldn't even get into it, and all of that stuff. But something, I had the balls to do it. I jumped in there, announced it at the night show, and 2 months later, I was the governor of the state of California.
Very good. 2 terms as well.
I come out of this kind of circumstance, it's quite normal. It's very strict upbringing and all that stuff. But it just shows you that anything is possible if you have a vision, if you have a very clear goal. And this is what I was gifted with, is that I always had a very clear goal. And the reason why I'm saying that this is very important is because so many people are unhappy with what they do. In America, one time, just by coincidence, I was just checking out a study on how many people like their jobs, whatever they do. And I found out that 78% of the people hate their job. I mean, think about that, 78% of the people hate their job. But how is that fun? To get up in the morning and to go to a job that you hate. And so that never has happened to me. And there were moments that I didn't like, but I always had a very clear vision. To me, every rep that I did for bodybuilding was a rep getting closer to the goal. So I had fun to do another rep, another set, another weight, another pound. I was happy in the gym because I was chasing a goal. And the same is also in acting. To me, I saw it very clearly that I can be another Clint Eastwood or Charles Bronson or any of those old action guys. I can do that. It just, I got to go and work towards that. And I had this vision and there was no one that could stop me. But it was fun. The struggle was fun. To go to this 4-hour acting classes and the speech classes and this and that. It was fun to do because I knew every time I went, it got me one step closer to that goal. And so this is why I always say to people, I said, the most important thing that you have to have is a goal. Just like when you wake up in the morning and you walk out of the house, you have a very clear goal of where you're gonna go. You go to the gym, or you're gonna go and go for breakfast, or you go to work, whatever you do, but you know what you're gonna do. But I want you all to have that for your whole life. I had all the time in the world in Austria because there was no television. There was no iPhone, no iPad, no computer. The only thing we had that was technical was a radio. We didn't even have a telephone. So think about that, how much time I had to think and do some visualizing and to create a vision for myself. That's what most people don't do. They just go on the internet and they want to copy someone else. You can't copy someone else, you have to do the work. It's you. It's about your life. And so this is why it's so great when someone gets into the bodybuilding sport. That really helps you because you're getting into something where you realize, I have to have a goal. Because in bodybuilding, you cannot just go into a gym and say, I'm gonna go into some curls. For what? I'm gonna do some calf raises. For what? I say, what's the reason? Are we training for getting better in tennis? Are we training to get better in running? Or to become a decathlon athlete? Or to become a competitive bodybuilder? Or a powerlifter? Or a weightlifter? Every single training is different. 3 ideas of how to become successful. I said, first is a vision, work your ass off, and don't listen to the naysayers. And of course, the most important one is that in the end, when I talk about it in my book, when I say give something back. Give something back, because we all are a product of help. If it is your parents that have helped you, no matter if you like them or not. I had a rough upbringing. I was beaten all the time by my dad and all this kind of stuff. But I love my dad. The day I can sit here and say, I love my dad. You know why? Because if I wouldn't have had this upbringing, I would have never had the urge to be the greatest, or the urge to move away from Austria, or the urge to move to America, to be something great, and to prove to him. Because inside you always want to prove to your parents, you're full of crap, wait when I grow up, what I'm gonna become. Right, we all have that. And so, to me, that upbringing was perfect. It was the perfect combination. So I thank him for that upbringing, because it made me who I am today. And so, it's hating your parents and not liking them and all of this. No, we appreciate what your parents did. No matter what they did, we appreciate it. And we appreciate what the coaches did and what the teachers did and all of that stuff. We all are people always say, you write a story about me, and they say, Arnold is the perfect example of a self-made man. And I say, I'm not a self-made man. It's the wrong story. I'm a product of all the things I just said, and then my bodybuilding companions, my bodybuilding buddies, my training partners. Then Joe Weider brought me to America. Who made me Mr. Universe? The judges voted for me. I didn't make myself Mr. Universe. Who made me a movie star? You all, the audience. If you have no one going to the movies, you're not a movie star. You're a loser. And I hate losers, by the way. But this is the reality of it. How did I become governor of California? 5.8 million people voted for me. I didn't make myself governor. See what I'm saying? So it's like, who helped me with all the stunt guys? Who dressed me in the movies? The wardrobe people. Who built the sets? The set designers and the contractors and all that. So I mean, imagine the amount of people that helped me get where I am today. So of course, when you recognize that you are a product of a lot of help, then you also recognize the fact that you have to also help and give something back to your community. Give something back to your city, to your country. And so this is why I got involved in Special Olympics in the 70s. That's why I got involved in after-school programs and started after-school programs for millions of kids in America. That's why I got involved in the President's Council on Fitness and started traveling through all 50 states promoting health and fitness in America under President Bush. That's why I ran for governor, because I wanted to serve the people. I didn't want to be a politician. I hate politicians. I do. Because they all kind of make big promises, but then they don't keep them. Doesn't matter what party they're in. I wanted to be a public servant. That's why I want to be governor, to serve not just the Republicans, not just the right wing, because I am more to the right. No, I wanted to serve all 40 million people of California. To me, everyone is equal. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican or decline to stay. I wanted to serve all of them. And so this is the kind of stuff that you do then when you realize that you have to give something back. Now I know there's some people out there that say, well, what can I do? I'm just a poor bastard. I don't have anything. Well, maybe it's true, but you have something. There's no reason why you cannot help some kid with their reading, if maybe English is a second language for them. There's no reason why you cannot join up to the Special Olympics and to help some people that have intellectual disabilities or something like that, or to help people that are coming back from war and that are injured and that need a little break. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, I tell you, like in Los Angeles, we have 68,000 homeless. And it really annoyed me when I saw veterans that have fought for us in some war or the other, and them sleeping in the street now. So I said to the city, I said, why are you having veterans sleeping out on the street? Well, it takes time to build. I said, it takes time? So what I did was I went to the Veterans Administration. I said, can we have a little bit of your land here? They said, yes. They said, why? I said, because I want to build how many homes, Cashel, did we build? 25 homes. I said, I want to have a room so we can build 25 little homes for veterans, to bring them inside the Veterans Administration rather than having them sleep outside on the streets. And a month later, this was on Thanksgiving, which is in November. In December, we lit the Christmas tree in this little community of 25 homes for veterans. A month later, 1 month later, and then I went to the city and I said, you see how full of shit you guys are? I did this in 1 month as an individual, not as a city. And you're telling me that it takes years and years and years to help these homeless people? Then we found out a month later that they lost $24 billion that was meant for the homeless, and no one could find it. This is the kind of stuff that goes on in politics. See, this is why I lost respect for those people, because it's unbelievable. Because there's no reason they have 68,000 people living on the streets. So anyway, so I got involved. But why did I get involved? I didn't want to look the other way. No, I said, wait a minute, this is the country. This is the city where I made my fortune. Los Angeles, Muscle Beach, Hollywood. This is where I made my fortune. This is where I built my career. I'm not gonna just watch people homeless lying there on the streets and stuff like that. I'm gonna get involved and I'm gonna go and help them. So this is why I say give something back. Whatever you can do, it can be the smallest thing, but give something back.
Very good. Very good.
I have my own gym, but I love going to the public gym to hang out with the people and to just work out. I love that. I mean, why would I stop doing movies when I love being on a set and doing a movie? So why would I stop that? So I said, you know, I think we have enough time to be retired when we are 6 feet under. And so then we rest and then we retire. And then we hang out. But I mean, while I'm on this side of the grass, I like to just keep doing things because it's fun to do. I'm having a good time every day.
Pleased to hear it. Arnie here chatting with us today. Thank you. Thank you for all the advice you've shared, the words of wisdom, and thank you for letting us in to so many of the stories from your movie career as well. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? It really has.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, alright guys, I'm probably looking a little bit of a state. Yeah, I'll do a little plan, not that much, but yeah, I did get emotional. Hope you enjoyed those snippets of the seminar. Hope you enjoyed that. That was amazing. It just flew by, and we all did run up to the stage, and I did try to get a picture, but I think it's a bit blurry. I'll stick it up anyway, but well worth it. I was like inches from him, like touching his hand. It was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I did get a bit emotional because it's like I'm sitting in the same room as my hero that I've grew up idolising all my life, so what an amazing time. So tonight's the finals. I will be going to that. I'm going to get myself some food. I'm starving. Chill out, get ready for tonight. What an amazing day. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you soon, guys. See you in a minute.